Hi guys, it's good to have you back again on my channel. If you're a returning subscriber, I want to say a very big thank you to you for always sticking around with me. And if this is your first time of joining in, this is your first time of coming around my channel, you're welcome guys. Thank you so much for stopping by. My name is Adorable Secrets, and on this channel I share sewing tutorials, fashion lifestyle, training vlogs, and behind the scenes. So do well to make yourself part of this family by liking my videos, watching them, and clicking on the subscribe button. So without taking so much, let's get right into today's tutorial. Here is a part 2 of our how to make a bustier blouse, just like the one you're seeing. It has a beaded down part. So this is a part 2 of our first video that we did earlier. You can go back to the previous video and check how I made it to this very point. In the part 1 of this video, I gave a detailed tutorial on how to cut this bustier blouse and how we structured the cup area using the Ankara material that we used for the skirt parts. So we have already gone past this part. I'm just showing you a highlight of what we did in the part 1. So I also showed you how to cut the local padding, just like what you are seeing right now. So do well to go back to the previous video and watch how it all started so that you don't get confused at this part. So right now I'll be showing you how to join the front panel together. Now this is what it looks like here. I have already cut out my padding. So guys, you're going to be taking the one part of the side, place it on the middle panel like this, and then you take it to your machine. You're going to be sewing, starting your sewing from the down part. So just watch the illustration. Make sure that when you get to the under bust like this, you want to curve your stitches, all right, so that you can get that nipple point curve perfectly well, and then you sew to the very top. So you're going to take it, flip it back again, and then do the same thing for the other side of this front panel. Mark your under bust, mark your nipple points so that you would know where you're going to be curving or straightening your stitches. So now I have taken it to my machine. I'm subtracting 4.5. Remember during the cutting how we arrived at subtracting 4.5. So from that 4.5, I will mark my nipple points and also mark the under bust of this client. So I have chalked it down just like you can see. Guys, I'm so sorry I made a mistake at the beginning. You're not starting from the down, all right? Forgive me for that mistake. You're starting from the upper parts, please. So make sure you start from the upper parts, and then when you get to the nipple points, you can see the way I am trying to curve out the nipple points curve, or the bust points curve, all right? So when you get to the under bust, you now straighten your hand and take it to the down. If you start your stitches from the down, I'm not saying it is totally wrong, all right? It's not totally wrong for you to start from the down, but I just prefer starting from the up because it is going to give you an equal stitches when you get to the down, and it is going to help you to get your curve perfectly right. So if starting from the down it's okay by you and it works perfectly well for you, you can go ahead and also do that. So guys, after sewing, turn it over and you see how this is how the cup is coming out. So at this point, if you notice that the bust point is pointing too much, all you need to do is to trace it back again, and then you eliminate that pointed area. All right, just make your adjustments just like I'm trying to do now. I noticed my nipple point was too pointing, so I decided to shape it all again. So you have the opportunity to do this, all right, and make sure you have a perfect cup. So at the end, this is what my cup is looking like. I'm going to be doing the same thing for the lining parts, and this is what I have done for the lining parts. So off camera, I have also gone ahead to prepare the back piece of this blouse. As you can see, it's the usual way you actually turn your lining and your main fabric together. So I'm going to be putting a boning channel. Even though I'm not going to be inserting a bone, I just want to have that channel at the back. So this is the front. I want to go ahead and cut out the down parts, shape it out the way I want, and also do the same thing for the upper part, which is also the neckline. So at this point, I folded it into two and I'm trying to get the neckline. So you can also decide to give it whatever shape that you want. You can give it round neck, can have a sweetheart neck. Do the same thing for the lining part and make sure that it is equal. So by the time I measure it, you find out that you have the standard neck line measurement, which is 4 inches from the middle part. 4 inches from the middle part, and then that is where you are going to stop, depending on the shoulder of the client that you're making for. So the next thing is to open it up and align the lining right side facing right side on the main fabric, just like this, and make sure it is very equal at the top. Here I want to structure the down parts of this blouse, so just watch how I am going to go about it. So make sure that the lines are meeting each other, the lines of the lining and that of the main fabric. Make sure it is aligning with each other. So you want to use a pin to hold it down so that it doesn't move. So I'm going to use my free hand right now. No, there will be no need for a curved ruler or anything. Just make sure you use your free hand and structure it with a check. So structure it with using any pattern that you really want or that is okay by you. So this is the pattern I have structured out. So I'll cut it out now and then you see how it looks like. So make sure that you're doing this thing with both the lining and the main fabric so that it is going to be in uniform and equal. So at this point, you have to be very creative with your hands. So give whatever design that you want to give to the down parts. The next thing is to take it now to your machine and then you join the neckline together and also do the same thing for the down parts. So this is how my back piece is looking. I have gone ahead to fix my zipper already. And then I have closed up every part of the front piece, the sides, the upper parts, and also the down parts. So now go ahead, use your scissors and notch the curvy parts so that by the time you turn it, it is going to be smooth. So turn this over to the right side from the armhole area. And after that, this is what you are going to have. The next thing is to go ahead and close up our blouse. Right side facing right side, the usual way you normally close it up. Use your measurements. This time around, you want to divide the client's measurements by 2. And you're not adding any allowances at this point. So go ahead, take the bust measurements, the under bust measurements, and then use the hip measurement for the down. Then take it to your machine and close up the sides accordingly. After that, I have turned it over and here is what I have. So guys, the next thing I want to do is to confirm my armhole measurements. This is an off shoulder, so that is why your armhole is looking like this. So I'm going to be using an armhole of 8 inches, yeah, because I'm working with a very busty client. So I'll be using 8 inches for the armhole. Lastly, you go ahead and attach your sleeve and let's move over to the beading aspects. So guys, this is the sample of the needle, the beading needle that I'm going to be making use of. And as you can see, this is a size 12 beading needle and I'll be using the regular sewing thread for it. And I'll only be beading the down parts of this dress, the down parts of the blouse, I mean to say. So go ahead and thread your needle and then just watch how I am going to be beading it. This is a very simple way of beading. It's not complicated, trust me, and it's not a very comprehensive beading or a full blouse beading or a full tutorial beading. So it's just something to give a difference to the blouse. So watch how I am going to be passing this over. I've gone ahead to do the first line. I did it off camera so that this video will not be too long. So but just watch how I'm going to be completing this. So guys, at this point, if you are yet to subscribe to my channel, please go ahead and support this channel by clicking on the subscribe button. Join the family, put on your notification bell as well, and please give us a thumbs up, give this video a like. It's going to help the algorithm to push this video to more wider range. If you're yet to watch the part 1 of this tutorial, I'll be leaving the link to that very video on the end screen. Go ahead and click on the link and make sure you watch the part 1 of this video. I really do hope you enjoyed this tutorial and it was helpful. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.